Hi, I'm Mike Huntington, and I want to give you sort of guidelines to use Squarespace. It's an editing tool for our Mid-Valley website, and so pretty soon you'll see the screen and the login, um, the method of login, and you will need to have an ID and a password in order to do this kind of editing, but I will pass that to you on request. Um, so this video starts as though you've already achieved those privileges and goes step by step on how to navigate through the website and edit. Just type in Square Space, and you might just go to the main login, or it might or website, or you might have Squarespace login, and then click on the login. So mine is already set to go right to the dashboard. You would have to go through your ID and password, and then you should see this. So if you on this right side is what you would see normally if you go to the website, and then this left column over here is the editing sort of entry to the website. So Kelsey Susky helped us design this website in a logical way. First, to describe what is universal health care, publicly funded, and what about Mid-Valley? How can you become an advocate? And there's links to stories by clicking on these. You can learn more about the committees by clicking on that site. And then Jen just put this on today with a link to a rally that we're having. So let's click on it and see what it says. This was for September 21st. So we have another one coming up soon. So we'll edit it. Edit the front page. So let's go back to that first page. Let's just look at the various things, the tools that are here. One is these are various tabs that take you to, in this case, information about Mid-Valley Healthcare Advocates. Who's on the board of directors? You can click on there. It describes who's here. Go back to persuasive articles that we've accumulated over time, and say something about Medicare Advantage, and you click here, and it tells about, well, in this case, it's leading us to the Lund report, and it'll ask you if you have a license. So that's probably, you may or may not. So let's not look at that one. Let's look at something else. Click here for how Congress is pushing for Medicare Advantage. So that's a good article. So that's what's available in these various tabs, and we can add articles. And let's say we want to edit this, and we'll show you how to do that. So for each one of these pages that we just looked at, there is a page. Look over here, and say for the home page, you click on that, and that will allow you to edit the home page if you go through these pages on the left column. So this is no longer applicable, and this was a rally in September. So we will click on edit, and since we are having another one coming up soon, we can say what the current one is, which is November 2nd. And it is still 4:30 to 5:30. We might put Monday in here. And then we'll need to go to the page that this refers to. And let's see, let's save that much so far. So when you make changes, it's a good idea to save it frequently so you don't lose it. So here's the save button up here. So now when we go back and look at it, it has the updated information here. Now to get to the right poster, this is no longer applicable. So we want to edit that. And let's see if we can. We can't do it just from this page. We have to go to its own page in that left-hand column. And so that is probably a page that is not directly linked. And so you go down here to not linked and look for Corvallis Climate Change Rally. And that brings up an editable page. And we want to edit it. And we want to change all of this. So we'll put this in the trash can here. Yes. We'll put this, we'll replace this pretty soon, but we'll send it to the trash can for now. Yes. And this is not right either. So we're starting with a blank slate. And in order to build a new page, so first of all, we'll save all those changes. And now that page, it was called Climate Change Rally, we need to change that to change its title, since it's going to be not Climate Change Rally, it'll be a Voter Activation Rally. Voter Activation Rally. And we'll want to change this navigation title so that people will be able to find it. This is so that the search engines will know what to look for. So we changed that, Voter Activation Rally. And we'll change this. This is the URL, the end of the URL. So let's say Corvallis Voter. Let's just call it Voter Rally. Well, to be consistent, Voter Activation Rally. And enable the page. I want to make sure that's enabled, and then to save it, we'll go over here and save it. Now, the website it has to be. We need to go back here. So we've changed the name of it to the right thing. Now we want to bring in the poster for it that Jen just made this morning. In order to bring an image into the website, can't be a PDF form. It has to be in a JPEG form or some other photograph film form. So we have to go up and find that invitation that Jen did. And it's Mid-Valley 2000. This is an outreach event. And there should be a PDF, MVHCA Voter Rally PDF. So I have to pull that up first. And it'll show it in preview. So we can't bring this into the Squarespace until it becomes a JPEG, and it's now in a PDF form. So we click up here and export it. No longer as a PDF, but as a JPEG. And save it and make sure you know where it's going to go. You don't want to go to Warren George. You want it to go to, let's say, desktop, so you can find it easily. So you save this new JPEG version of the poster to your desktop or wherever you want to, and then get out of the preview, and then we're back here to the page, this hidden page that will be linked to on the home page. And since we want to edit, we press edit, and then we show, you see this plus over here. So pardon the phone. That. And we want to pull in an image. So let's upload the image that we just made by clicking there. And so we go to edit, and we want to pull in an image here. So we go up to this little plus sign and pull in an image here. And then we search for that image in the files, or uploaded image, I'm sorry, from the PDF that I just changed to a JPEG. There it is. So I double click on that or choose it. And there it's loading. Processing. And there it is. And you press apply down here. And there's our new poster. So we have to make sure to save it so it doesn't go away. Go over here and click save. And now we can go back to the main page, or let's just go to home here. And so that announcement was down here. It was for the rally in September. Now it says for the rally Monday, November 2nd. And we'll click here to make sure that it stayed where we wanted it to. Looks like I got it linked up with the wrong link. So let's see what happened. Oh, I know why. So here's this. I have to put a new URL attached to it. So here's that page we were just working on with the new announcement, and we want to double check to sure it has the right URL. Voter activation rally, enable page. That all looks good. Let's copy this slug, they call it, which is the end of the URL. So we'll copy that. let's print that back in there. Well, let's see, cancel. 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 Discard. If you make a mistake, go back and discard. Okay, now we're going back into this page and finding its setting. Voter activation rally. We want that to be the end of the URL that we're linking to. So I'm going to try to copy it this time, which I just did. Or I could do this, copy it this way. Then go back. We're going to close. And then go back to the home page and find that link right here. We need to edit that. So that link was to the wrong place, and so let's see how we're going to do this. There should be an option for a link to be placed here. Let's see why it's, oh, there it is. So there's the link. And we want to see how this URL still has the Corvallis climate change. We want to edit that. And it will still be, the URL will still be https mnvhca, but the one after the slash should not be that Corvallis change anymore. And we're going to paste the end of that slug that we just did there, voter activation rally. That's what we needed to do. And then we have to go back and save it. Oh, apply. We have to do that and then save. And now let's see if the, let's see, click. I want to make sure we're saving the whole thing. Save the whole page. Now we'll see if this link goes to the right page. There it goes. Okay. So I'm glad we had to make the double around so that you could see where the errors can be made. So just to summarize, we had we wanted to edit and show you how to edit this announcement down here, which was for the Sustainability Coalition rally in September. So we know that this link is associated with a page of its own, and so we have to go find that page. And in order to do that, we have to be in an edit mode. And it looks like, this is something that can happen. I slipped out of edit mode into just the regular website. And now we need to get back into the editing mode. So that may mean we have to get out of this, so let's just move this aside and go back through the steps of getting into the Squarespace so we can maybe summarize going through that. So here we are again. So we're going to type in Squarespace login, and once you've got your ID and password, then you should be able to go from this login URL to the editable version of the Mid-Valley website. So we had to go around that direction, and we just showed you that we had edited this down here, and we'll click on it to make sure that it's taking us to the right place. Yeah, it's still the right ad. Now, let's see what happens if I try to go back. It looks like I've kicked myself out of editing mode again. So that could be a little bit of a hazard. If one thing you might do is to put the uneditable version of the website next to an editable so that you don't get kicked out back and forth so easily. Let's see if I can get back into editable. No, I can't. So let's do this routine again. So here's Squarespace, log in, click on this, go to website, and so we went through this and we clicked here, but that kicked us out of editing mode before. So just to review how we edited this thing, this takes us to a new page with the new announcement, the new rally. So the way you find that page, it's one that is linked within the website but not directly accessible from the outside. So this is, you have to scroll down into here to not linked pages, and that little here links you to this page, which is an internal link. And when you click on that, you do see that it comes up, and you can see what the URL is for that by going here. The main part of the URL will be mvhca.org, and then there's a slash, and then after that is this slug, they call it, the end of the URL, which actually takes you to the page you want the viewer to go to. So it's probably good that we had these problems come up so you can see what can happen and then how you recover. So go back into the main page. If you want to rearrange things here, for example, let's edit again. You want to edit and put another edit mode picture here so that it's not just two things here, but three. We want to, you can click here again, edit, create a new, and so that's going to edit the picture. Let's drag an image over here this time, see if that makes any difference. But nope, you can edit the whole page. Okay, let's cancel. We should be able to. Let's edit the home page. Page content, edit. Maybe it's so now we want to add another page contents, edit block here for text or for an image. This is all now. You click on this plus sign here, and let's say we just want to add text. So you click on this and drag it over here. I'm sort of over voicing now. I was trying to edit that area where the image of the state outline was. Notice that the background is kind of gray, and I didn't realize that that gray area is not editable because it was in what's called a footer, and it took me a while to figure out that out. Usually a footer is way down at the bottom, and in this case the footer was taking up over half of the page. So I kept trying and trying and trying, and finally I got the idea that this might be a footer, and clicked on in the lower part, and it did say footer. Footer content, edit. Let's see, it looks like that's the case. So let's see if we can drag a text over here. Yep, So you can see how you alter the arrangements. You do it in blocks. It's like building blocks. And so let's say we want to put something like come to the rally Monday. And we want to say, okay, let's, I don't think I'll save it because I don't want to foul up the home page, but you can see what happens. That's how you do it. So let's not save this. Let's cancel it. Yes, want to cancel it. And that should bring the page back the way it was. So that's how you add text, or you could have done the same with, let's do it with a notice that it says footer. That's where I was not understanding that this was all in the main page, and for some reason the footer started here. The lower, usually it's at the bottom, all the way at the bottom. So all of these things have ended up in the footer, and I'm not sure why. But so let's say edit, and we want to add another picture over here. So you press this plus sign and let's drag a spacer or a placeholder for a picture. Same thing happens, and we can upload that last image just for because it's available. So there's that image. We choose it. It's loading it. And you have to press apply down here as soon as it processes and resizes. Then apply. So there you have that new image here. So we don't really want it there, so we're going to delete that. Just take it out. Yes, move it out. So we're back to where we started. So that's the building block system of the website. And just be aware that we're going to cancel any changes. I hope I didn't upset this link down here now. I know it's going to kick us out, but I'm going to click on that and see if it takes us to the right place. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. Well, that's sort of a quick overview of how to navigate the Mid-Valley Squarespace website and to edit. Thanks.